Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on good old Satisfactory, going to be continuing our single player playthrough. Of course. But first, you know what time it is. We've got to talk about Boosteroid, the cloud gaming platform that we're going to be using to play this game today. And before we even do that, if you'd like to purchase a subscription to Boosteroid, there's a link down in the description of this video that will help you do that. And if you decide to use that link to get a subscription, I do thank you because you do help out the channel. Anyway, alright, let's get on into it. Let's go. Boosteroid is a cloud gaming service that allows you to play your PC games on pretty much any device. This includes mobile devices such as cell phones and tablets, all the way up to some smart televisions, and including desktops and laptops. It doesn't matter. Any of the devices that they support, you can use Boosteroid to play those PC games, and you don't have to worry about your hardware and having, amazing hardware for gaming and stuff like that. You just let Boosteroid worry about that instead, connecting to one of their very good gaming PCs and stuff like that. And this can be either done through one of the various applications that they provide for your current device that you're trying to use, or you can go through the browser with some devices, such as desktops and laptops. It's very easy to do. You just go and sign up or sign in to Boosteroid onto your account, and you find the game you want to play, and you just click play. It is easy and as simple as that. Now, internet connection is very, very important when it comes to Boosteroid, or to any gaming service out there. You need a very good internet connection in order to use this type of service, because you're not only receiving information, the stream of the game that you're playing, you're also sending information out. This is your inputs. So when you're inputting whatever device you're using, you're inputting those controls into the game. Those are being sent to a gaming PC, and then the results of those inputs are then being streamed back to you of the game and the results of your inputs within a matter of milliseconds. So internet connection is very, very important when it comes to speed. They recommend 25 megabits of download speed, and less than 20 milliseconds of latency. So latency is not as important unless you're playing competitive multiplayer. So if you're doing anything that happens to be competitive multiplayer, such as games, such as the games you see here, some of them like World of Tanks and whatnot, where, pretty much every second counts. You want that millisecond to be as low as possible, but if you're playing single player or co-op games, online co-op or whatnot, that's not really as important, of course. I usually run about 80 milliseconds is what mine, or about 60 to 80 milliseconds, depending on the day, of course. But yeah, it's not as important because, you're not going to have, you won't really notice it even then, like 50, 60 milliseconds, you're not going to notice any input lag or anything like that. It's when you get up into the 80s and 90s and even hundreds is where you might start to notice a little bit of, mishap going on. But it is one of them things. So yeah, like I said, internet connection is very, very important, but if you just don't have the milliseconds to play or to be under the 20 millisecond mark, that's okay, just as long as you have over the 25 gigabytes of download speed. But the higher the better, of course, and the more smooth your experience is going to be while using the Boosteroid platform. Boosteroid also supports many, many games. As you can see here, you can sit here and scroll forever. Now I'm using Opera GX in order to run my Boosteroid. Just using a browser is just so much easier for me. I do have a gaming PC, but it is nice to not have to use the hardware, considering my hardware is very old and very out of date. So it's nice to be able to do that. Yeah, you've got tons of games available and whatnot. As you're scrolling through these games, like I said, no installation is required onto your device, so you don't have to worry about storage space either. Like I said, the only thing you got to worry about is internet connection. But as you're scrolling through these games, you're going to notice a few different things. So there's a few different things, like you're going to notice there's like the Steam icon and the Epic Games icon. That basically just means that this is the Steam version of this game, this is the Epic version of this game, and whatnot. So that's just on those stores, Steam and Epic being the big ones. And if you notice any other icons, those are mostly on the free games and stuff like that. You'll just notice the icon for the developer usually, if it doesn't have a platform like Steam or Epic. And you might even start noticing these newer ones, which is the Xbox logo and stuff like that. They did a deal with Microsoft, and they're adding games from the Xbox stuff. So really awesome, really cool stuff going on. You're going to notice a few different other things too, like I mentioned, the free underneath the free one, and then you got the license required here. So with any of these games, if it says free, if it doesn't matter if it says free or if it says license required, you do got to have a subscription to Boosteroid in order to play those games. And you're probably wondering why, and this is just because you're still using their servers and their computer, their hardware, in order to play that game, no matter if it's free or not. So that is why. Because you're still having to access that computer in order to play that, because these are all PC games for the most part. But the license required, basically all that means is that you need to own the game in order to play it. So I like to use SnowRunner as an example. So if you're searching for a very specific game, you can scroll through the list, or you can search up here. I like to use SnowRunner, like I said, as an example for most of this, because it's got two different versions. They've got the Steam version of SnowRunner, and they've got the Epic version of SnowRunner. When you click that play on whichever version, it's going to take you to the Steam or the Epic, depending on which one you clicked or which one you tapped, or however you're doing it. When you're at least when you're in the browser and stuff like that. So click play, and it's going to take you to the login, and you're going to log into your account either through Steam or Epic, and then it's going to launch the game. So if you don't own the game, it's not going to launch, of course. But yeah, that's pretty much that. If you have this, you see this little plus icon here, that just adds it to your library, which you can go over to the My Games section. And once that pops up there, you will see that all the games that you've clicked that little plus icon are all going to pop up here. Like I said, you can search for it or look through their library and stuff like that. But one of the things that they did add recently, this was a little while ago, it was still recent enough. If you link your Steam account to Boosteroid, you can it'll automatically look through your library of games, pull all the games that Boosteroid supports, and puts it all into your games library. So that is a pretty cool neat little feature there as well. All right, then there's also a few things to mention just real quick here. On some of these games, you're going to notice, like when you click on when you're looking at a very specific game, you see this here. You're going to notice that it says cloud saves. That's one of the things there. So just like if you were on your computer playing that game, when you exit the game is going to then save to the cloud either through Steam or Epic's cloud service, and it'll be saved to their servers, that save. So this is very, very important, because Boosteroid, that's how it gets your save for those games, is it pulls it from that. It has they have access to the cloud servers on Steam and Epic, so they pull your save and then that loads it up onto the computer that you're playing, and then you can continue to play your game, whether you're no matter what. So that's pretty much how that works. But you might come across this. This is one of the things, is games like Dyson Sphere Program. You're going to notice this is in yellow. So this says local saves, and basically your progress is saved with the Boosteroid servers, because before it can't pull a game. It can't pull a game save that isn't saved to the cloud, and the developers of Dyson Sphere Program did not include that in their game to have the cloud saves. So you basically, if you go to play this on Boosteroid, you're going to have to start a new game. But if you do start that brand new game and you save, it's going to save to Boosteroid servers instead, and then you can then it'll pull that save from there. So. Which is a really cool little thing. They didn't have to add that, and they did. So, really nice for these specific types of games. It's very few and far in between. You may not ever run into this ever at all, or very rare, but that's pretty much how that is. So that's basically the explanation of that. So one other thing too is the reason that Boosteroid um, has to pull from those cloud saves is because Boosteroid does not have access to your personal computer and your files. So um, that basically means that they can only pull from the internet, from the cloud, of that stuff that gets uploaded. So this also means that mods and third-party software not supported. Games like Satisfactory has a Satisfactory mod manager. That's a third-party software in order to run mods, and they don't allow that. So they just want you to play the game as intended. However, there are a few exceptions to the rule. One of them is Steam Workshop. I don't know how Epic does it, how the Epic Store does it, but Steam, you've got the Steam Workshop, and a lot of the time you'll go to play a game on a PC that you don't normally play on. The Steam's going to recognize that the mods that you had downloaded for that game, for that save, are not there, and then you can go and retrieve those, or it'll automatically do it for you in those cases. So that's a whole nother thing. The other thing that is kind of exception to the rule is games like SnowRunner here. SnowRunner has a built-in mod manager, and you're connected to the internet, so you can just get your mods for your save that way. Um, so, but that's kind of the only exceptions to that rule. Most games require you to either manually install mods or go through a mod manager, like I mentioned, and that stuff is not supported. So you don't have access to the computer you're playing on, only the access of the game itself. So uh, the game and the store that you're accessing, of course. All right, so that's pretty much explains that. There is one more thing I would like to mention as well before we move on, is they do have a network speed tester here. Um, Basically, what it does is it just tests your network versus your closest server that you can connect to, that Boosteroid owns, and this will just test your network connection versus their server, and it'll basically give you an idea, kind of like a buyer's information type deal, before you go and get a subscription to see if your internet connection is going to be able to do it. And Boosteroid will give you they'll give you a few tips and stuff to improve your connection if it's kind of poor or whatnot, or give you the green light, that kind of thing. So really cool that if you're ever having any kind of issues with Boosteroid, you got questions of any sort, or you want to report bugs or kind of anything like that, there's a few different things you can do. That you can also recommend games as well during certain ones, but you can click this little question mark here, which is going to basically pull up a new tab if you're on a browser or whatever, and however the different applications and stuff do it. But basically, this is the help center, so you can type in a question up here, and that will then link you to a few different articles, or you could just click through and try to find what you're looking for as well. Um, and they just general tips and all kinds of other cool stuff. So just a general help. Now, if you do have a subscription to Boosteroid, you can use this little pop-out tab here. I don't know if might be on just on the PC, but yeah, you can click this little pop-out tab here. You follow the on-screen instructions of this little side window that pulls out, and basically they verify your account that you have a subscription, and then you can then use that as a means of getting help, because it's a live chat service agent. So you can get help through there, or you can request games through there, all kinds of stuff. They have a few different things, like calling into a call center, just much easier and much faster. So, and you're connected to a live person pretty darn quickly, except for you're not talking to them, you're typing to them. But yeah, and it's a pretty awesome option. They can also see live data. They have access to the PC you're connected to if you're having issues with a certain game or whatever, and they can help you with that too. So that's one of the other ways to get help. And then as well. So, and if you are not aware, they do have a Discord channel where you'll find my videos and others as well of the partnership program, uploading videos, informational videos, gameplay videos like I do, all kinds of stuff. There's plenty of people on there that are posting videos about Boosteroid, showing off Boosteroid and stuff like that, just like the video you're watching now, and whatnot. And you can see how Boosteroid performs on different games and whatnot, and compared to other services out there, and all kinds of cool stuff. So you can definitely all find that over on the YouTube channel. There on the Discord or the YouTube. Yeah, it's the YouTube text channel. So there you go. Okay, then. So moving on over to pricing. This is pretty much the pricing section of Boosteroid. And the last little section, a bit of this ad, of course. And whatnot. So basically, if you don't know what this little symbol is, this is a euro symbol. They deal in euros because their main headquarters for Boosteroid is based out of Ukraine, so they use euros over there. This is 9.89 euros per month, and then you can click the 12-month option, and then you've also got the 89.89, which is a yearly payment. So both of these are one-time payments. You pay a month or you pay a year. There is no difference between these two options, as you can see here. You get the basic VM, which is a virtual machine. You get up to 1080p for the streaming quality, depending on your internet connection as well. If you have a poor internet connection, you may not get that 1080p. But yeah, if you have a decent enough internet connection, you're going to get that. And then up to the 60 FPS for that stream. So if you are just starting out and you're not really sure to what to expect, I would recommend the 1 month option. Just to kind of test it out, just in case things don't work out, that kind of stuff. It's not the, huge thing, but I would definitely recommend the 1 month. But if you're comfortable with it and whatnot, and then maybe I move on to the 12 months. So for rough translation, this is roughly $10.80 US. And this one for rough translation is just under $100. So, and that's pretty much that. And like I said, that's what these are just your options here. The other option they don't list, which I wish they would, is that Boosteroid has an edge over their competition. They offer limitless game session time, so you can play your games for 5 minutes or 5 hours. They don't care. Just as long as you are playing the game, they'll let you play for as long as you want, which is good for us content creators. So this option over here, I'm not addressing it because it's not available, but yeah, can't wait for that. You get the high-end virtual machine plus the ray tracing, and then you get up to 4K, and then basically unlimited FPS. So really cool there. But this one's pretty good too. And for most phones, this one will do you more than good. Because most phones, got the tiny screen, and if you're doing 1080p, that looks like a freaking 4K television in your hand. That's my opinion. But if you do have a discount code or discount coupon code, or you have a subscription, you can enter those down here. Now, the way the discounts work, if you do have that discount code, you enter it down here and click the apply, and then that'll apply that to the option, the appropriate option with the appropriate discount, and then you go and purchase it. So that's pretty much how that works as well. Alright then, and I'm pretty sure people ask, what do you get paid to promote Boosteroid and stuff like that, and the quick answer is I don't get paid. So yeah, for Boosteroid, I do not get paid for that. The thing I get out of it by promoting Boosteroid on my channel is Boosteroid promotes my channel on their Discord. So I'm very thankful for that, and in exchange, I promote their service. So that's pretty much the long and short of the whole partnership. So pretty cool, and you're not seeing any of the other ones or any other companies coming to me on my small channel. So very awesome, and thank you to Boosteroid for allowing me to be part of the partnership program. All right, let's get back to the game. Well then, wasn't that fun? All right. So before we continue, just one quick little change that just happened this week, I believe, was just I noticed a change with the menu here. So every time I tab out, you're going to see this. We've got the statistics of the actual stream up here in the top left, and then we've got the Boosteroid overlay on the right. So one thing they have changed, which looks like a 60 FPS and 120 FPS option, as well as you can change the bit rate, and this would be based on your internet speed, which is really nice. You can turn this on and off. If you turn it off, it goes back down to the 24 standard, but I seem to it seems to be 30 megabits per second is pretty nice actually. I could probably go higher, but it's not too bad. It's actually running really smooth, with having that little bit extra added on, which is really nice. So, all right, just wanted to kind of mention that because I noticed that when I booted up Boosteroid. Just wanted to kind of share that. There's probably more changes, I'm sure, but anyway, we won't get into it here. Okay, so where were we last time? So last time we had got together and brought over, as well as built this massive platform for the plastic and rubber factory. This is going to be the factory that's going to make all of our plastic, it's going to make all of our rubber, as well as it's going to make our packaged fuel, so that we have packaged fuel for our jetpack. When we unlock that, which is, we need 50 packaged fuel, oddly enough. And then we've got our own little personal sink. I don't know if I'll leave this here. We'll see. But the way we're going to do this is we're going to be making, when it comes to the recipes here, let's see, I'm trying to think of the name, the heavy oil residue. So what I'm going to be doing is we're going to be making plastic and rubber, which has a byproduct of heavy oil residue. So it's just the leftover oil, essentially, from the plastic and rubber process. And what we're going to do is we're going to take that and we're going to turn it into fuel. We're going to turn it into fuel for now, and then we'll have a little bit of extra power burning off. Which is really nice, even though we don't need the power we have now, because if you remember, we had finished not last time, but the time before that, we had finished the factory, which is over here. Actually, I don't have a marker for it, but right there where my mouse cursor's at.
Picking up multiple fix-it personnel in the area. Proceed with harvest.
Where are you?
Before it's too late.
You must be like right there or something. Let's back up over here. But yeah, right about there was our power station. Big old massive triple floor station that's producing all of our power right now, which is 20 fully overclocked fuel gens, which if you had seen in the most recent Satisfactory video, they're going to be upping that in 1.0, so that's going to be nice. However, what this does mean when it comes to 1.0 is all the changes and stuff that's going to happen. We're going to start completely from scratch, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a double series almost. It's going to be 2 series going on, but it's going to be 1 game save. We're going to start a brand new game on my main channel, and then every time we go to do one of these videos using the Boosteroid platform, we're going to then log on to that same save and continue that progress. So if you want to keep up on that when 1.0 comes out, you're going to have to, obviously watch this one as well. But yeah, I think that would be a good way of doing it rather than having 2 Satisfactory series, 2 different saves going on at the same time. Because we're going to pretty much have to start brand new when it comes to the 1.0. So, because there's a lot of stuff that they said in this most recent video that's not going to work correctly once 1.0 drops, which is going to drop this year. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and get it going. Let's get our plastic and rubber factory built, or at least start it. Anyway, so the one things that we gotta have is we have a ton of oil around us, which is really, really nice. So we're going to be incorporating a lot of that as well. Just trying to think. Let's see, because we're going to need to be producing plastic and rubber, and I think I said 10 machines for each, right? So that's going to be a lot of fuel to burn off. I think that's the way I wanted to do it, right? It wasn't residual plastic, because residual plastic takes. Do I have the stuff to? I don't think I have the stuff in my person to put down, or do I? I think I do actually. Production. We'll just throw down a refinery real quick. So yeah, plastic and rubber. Yeah, if we do residual plastic and rubber, that's going to take, yeah, you need the polymer resin that the fuel produces in order to get that. I mean, you can get polymer resin other ways, but that's one of the main ways um, is to get that polymer resin is burning fuel. So yeah, so we're just going to do normal rubber, normal plastic, and then we're going to have refineries to burn off for fuel for now. And then it might get switched over to petroleum coke. That could be a thing too, as well. So anyway, so yeah, I said I wanted 10 plastic and 10 rubber factory refineries. So we're going to separate those. We just need to figure out how we want to put them, of course. And this is going to do straight oil. So yeah, let's just start slamming them down. See where we want them. I think along here would probably be the best. Have both of them in the same lane along here. So I want to do at least 2 foundations away from the edge here. Now, of course, with these, what we're going to do is we're going to center it on the foundation, kind of like what we did before. Oh, there was a bit of lag there with the autosave. Yeah, and then we're going to completely separate them like this. So we're going to have pretty much an entire foundation's worth of distance in between them. Yeah, we should probably center them. Let's try this again. I need to center it the other way as well. Okay. Refinery. Okay, yeah, we're going to center it on... Actually, we should center it on the 2, since it takes up 3 foundation spaces anyway. We'll center it like this. Yeah, that'll work. It's roughly the center of the machine anyway. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Hold Control. Oh, and in case you're wondering, I'm using a computer to run Boosteroid. I'm using a browser on my computer. I need more engines. And that browser is Opera GX. It seems to be one of the best ones to use with Boosteroid because Opera GX gives you that extra options to change different hotkeys that the other browsers don't offer. It's not a hashtag not sponsored here, basically. But yeah, definitely something to keep in mind. I wonder if we should do like an L shape, like have rubber on one end and then plastic going down that way. That could be kind of cool. But yeah, before I used to use Firefox, but the problem with Firefox and some of them other browsers is there's hotkeys that you're not allowed to change, and you're not allowed to disable them either. Oh, I grabbed, whoops, meant to grab some engines. Not all the engines, I just wanted a few. A few stacks. And Control plus something does something on that browser. In games that use Control or other keys that might result in you hitting hotkeys on the browser itself can cause issues. Like Control W, for instance. Like I hold Control to like lock stuff in and get it lined up in this game. And a lot of the times what would happen is I go to walk forward and I'd hit Control W and that would close out the entire window and I would lose, well, I wouldn't really lose save progress. I mean, I would a little bit, but I'd lose up until where the last autosave was, and I'd have to, restart the entire thing and go back in, log back into Steam, log back into Boosteroid, all that stuff. So I would definitely recommend using a browser that allows you to either change and or disable those kind of hotkeys so you don't run into issues that way. Yeah, we'll put the first rubber factory here, I think. And then if we can fit 10, that would be nice. We don't have to put them so far apart, but we'll see what happens if I can fit 10 in here. So I'll get the layout done, and we'll get to working on the plastic line to see if it'll fit the other way. And done. All right. So there's all 10 of each. So of course we're going to. We should be able to overclock these as well. I think we got enough oil to do that. So these ones are going to be making. We'll go with plastic for these, and then of course we're going to throw some overclockers in it. Yep, that works too. And we're going to hit Control C. Settings copied. Escape. We can just run along and hit Control V on all these machines. And I can hold Control and press W at the same time because I've got the hotkeys disabled, so, which is rather nice. And of course, you can also avoid this by using one of the one of the Boosteroid's many applications, depending on the device you're on. So, but if you're on a computer, I would definitely recommend, at least if you're using Windows, I would definitely recommend the browser instead. Not because the application's bad or anything, it's because because Microsoft tends to limit the internet usage for a lot of applications, and unless you know how to work Windows to where it'll allow that application to use your internet freely, you'll be very limited. At least that was my experience, and I don't know how to make that work, so I just use the browser instead, because the browser I can, control. So, but anyway, did I seriously just Control V on all the machines? People are probably watching me doing that, going, "What are you doing?" We also got to make rubber. Sorry, my bad. Okay, so we'll just Control V on all these, and it's going to give us back we're basically going to be trading overclocking cores for more overclocking cores, just because that's the way it works. If the recipe changes, then it'll give you back all the stuff in it, as well as give you your clockers back, your overclockers. Okay, so that's 10 rubber, 10 plastic. So how much or heavy oil residue are we going to be producing? And that'll tell us how much fuel we're going to be producing and how many refiners we need in order to take it all. Okay, so if we head over here, we're going to be producing 25 per minute times 10, because that's fully overclocked, right? Yeah, just making sure. So that's 250. So we're going to put 250 on the board. Yeah. If you type in that, see, it stays. That's why I did that. And then we're going to be producing 50, so 500. So 250, I believe it was 750. Yeah, 750. All right, then 750, we'll put that on the board. So we're producing 750 heavy oil residue per minute. So we're going to need enough refineries, which I don't know the recipe. Well, I know the recipe, but I just don't know how fast it is to produce fuel. We'll produce fuel, or produce fuel here in the middle. I mean, why not, right? I'm just going to throw this down for the moment. Throw it down like right there. And we're going to, this time, instead of doing the normal fuel recipe, which takes oil, crude oil, turns it into fuel, you get the polymer resin as byproduct. This one we're going to be doing residual fuel, which takes our heavy oil and turns it into fuel. So all that heavy oil that we're going to be making because of the plastic and rubber factories, we're going to burn it off into fuel. Or we're going to make it into fuel, and then we're going to burn off that fuel. So this one, we're going to overclock it because we want this to be fully overclocked. So this one does 150. So you can see right here, it requires oil residue 150 per minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that 750 and I'm going to divide it by 150. And that tells me I need 5 of these refineries. in order to burn that off. So 5 of these refineries at fully overclocked speed. So I'm going to need to put these somewhere else then. We'll build, where can we build a little extra bit? And then in here we'll have like storage and piping and stuff. Can we destroy this one? If we can't destroy this mushroom, we'll have to go to the... Well, we can't go this way. There's an oil patch right there. Yeah, oops. I'm blocking a river here. Not that it really matters, but... Okay, what about this side of it? Because we need 5. That's going to be a little bit extra. Yeah, we got all this extra space over here. What we could do is we could sandwich it between these two. Right here, we could stick all 5 of those between these two things, and it'll be up on all levels. So how much higher are we gonna need that to be? I'm actually gonna see. We'll drag this across right up there. I'll drag this across. Yeah, right there, because you can see those mushrooms right there that are sticking off the side of this rock. Those are invincible, I believe. So, okay, and because we don't have explosives, we're gonna have to chainsaw this. Get out my offensively blue chainsaw. Well, what I did was I did the Boosteroid colors, which is blue and purple. So. Looks like 4 might have been about right. I just need to take off the top bits that are going to be in the way. We'll see. I might have to go up another 1 or 2 meters. If I have to go up, I'll go up 2. Because then for 1, that'll ensure, plus the conveyor belt lifts. They go up by 2 meters, not 1. So yeah, it looks like 2. It's going to be the thing. Okay. So then what we'll do... Sorry, I've been playing a lot of Foundry. So, yeah. Going between that game and this game, they're both factory games. And yeah, you know how it goes. Right. So that should put us up higher. And it actually might give us a little bit... Well, not extra room on this side, but it might give us some extra room on this side. Yeah, looks like it'll give us 1 more foundation, maybe. And we'll produce our fuel up here. We won't package it up here, but we'll definitely produce it up here. And that will work as well. And for extra space, I will go further onto the other platform down there. Because we're going to need at least 5 spaces. Just to make this work, so give us enough room for the piping and the belts and stuff. Yeah, we're going to be touching this. This will be sticking through the wall a little bit, but I don't mind. I don't mind so much. Grab this chainsaw, because we're going to need to get rid of this tree. Oh, that mushroom disappeared. Some of them do, some of them don't. I think they accidentally either leave or they accidentally turn off the player breakables, because they've Coffee Stain don't know why I couldn't think of the name. Coffee Stain has in the past shown how they work on the map and stuff, and there's a little tag that when they put plants and stuff down, there's a little tag that you click when you're putting stuff on the map that little tag will make it so that the player can break it, or so that it's invincible to the player, especially via the chainsaw and stuff like that. So, and that little tag, I think sometimes gets left on, because sometimes I'm able to destroy like rocks and stuff with the chainsaw, and I don't think they ever said that was intentional. And sometimes those large mushrooms, some of them are invincible and some of them are not. Same with those purple ones that are out here, like, there's a little bit of lag going on. Like this one here, I don't think this one's destroyable. There's a few over here that are definitely not, because I've tried to take them down. Like this one here. This one's not destroyable with the chainsaw. But the one over here was, so I find that funny. Yeah, we got 3 foundations here. I'm gonna go one more, and that'll conclude that building up of that factory. Yeah, and so then we might be able to fit the packager up there then, and stuff like that. So, and then for fun, do we have enough? So I got some stuff to throw away. That's why the personal sink is here with power. So throw the leaves and stuff like that, the wood. I'm just sinking this because I do not care anymore. And that can just get munched up by that. Alrighty then. So now that the autosave is completed, let's see what we can do over here. Audio went a little funky there. It happens. Did I say I had enough plates? I have enough plates. I don't have enough rods. Do I have rods in this box? I hope I have rods. I'm gonna need rods anyway. I have no rods. Are you serious? And I also have very little. Oh no, I do have rods, but very little. Well then, looks like I'm gonna be going back and getting rods. Okay, I'm gonna make a switchback staircase right here, out of ramps, of course, because the staircase is. It'd be nice if this staircase here was also at this level, because this one's a 45, I believe, right? I think this one's a 45. No, this one's a 20. Yeah, this one's not a 45. However, this one is a 45. That's definitely a 45. That's a 45-degree angle. It'd be nice if they were at the 20. I think it's 26, I believe. 26, is it 20? No, it's 22.6, that's what it is. Something like that. I can't exactly remember. But yeah, we'll make a little staircase here. So that means we need some walls and some ceilings. Let's see, we'll go up 3. We need 2 foundational spaces. I'm going to carry that wall. Why isn't it going? Oh. Huh? Alright. It's been a while. It's been a while since I played this game. Something like that. I don't know if that doesn't work. Okay, so... Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Unless... Yeah, because I need the wall at this point here. Okay. We don't have to change this if I do this correctly. We'll put some 1-meter foundation walls down. Oh, because I have it on Zoom. Duh. Look. Alright. And I want the door to be here. So we'll work with that. Alright. Now we go back to architecture, grab our walkways. And we want a bridge walkway here. Just like that. And then we want a corner walkway, just like that. And we want our staircase. Go down 2. Then we'll have the corner. Corner again. And And people are probably wondering, well, why do you build the corner of these? There's no reason to have a corner because you can't see the railings. This is true. However, if you look real closely at the edge of these, you see these drains right here? This is a drain for the catwalk. And obviously it doesn't go all the way through, it's just a texture. But if you actually look at this, when you do the corners, see how the drain carries on around? If you were to do one of these, I'll put this down here. See, there is no drain. The drain is for the inner corner here. And you can see the drain thing kind of carries up and around. That's why I do the corners, that's why I did the bridge here. If I just did a single, it's just to explain it, but if I did a single T-crossing catwalk here, which is all that would be needed, and you can see the drain, I mean, this would work, but yeah, you can see the drain texture doesn't carry on with it, so that's why I do the corners, by the way, even if you can't see the railings. And it costs the same no matter what you do. See, look, see, it costs 1 plate, 2 rods. 1 plate, 2 rods, 1 plate, 2 rods, 1 plate, 2 rods, 1 plate, 2 rods, and 1 plate, 2 rods. This is so you don't have to, the devs did it purposefully this way, so you don't have to choose between based on price. You can just choose whatever you like, and it all costs the same no matter what. Same with the foundations and all that stuff. So yeah, and what I'll do is I'll put we'll put a straight piece there, and then we'll put a corner right there, and then we'll put and this one's going to be just a T-crossing on this side because we're going to open it up. And then we'll put a straight bridge right there. Put a straight bridge there. This is more for like storage if you want to store anything. Corner. And we won't put a... Oh, I can't fit. Hold on. There we go. Now I can fit. It's a little tight underneath here. A little bit tight. And then we'll put a catwalk. Dealio there. There we go. Yeah, nice. I could have put a double bridge there, but then it would like cross in right there at that ramp there. So, like, I don't want it. Okay, then we'll grab our walls, and of course this door needs to be on this side. Oops, did that wrong. I almost forgot. Gotta have these. I just tried to do the Valheim thing where you aim at the corner and then use the scroll wheel to rotate it. I wish the Satisfactory would be good with that mechanic, I think. With that kind of mechanic, that would be nice. We don't have any quartz, or we don't have any silica on us. The other thing I'm kind of bummed about is a lot of the nodes are going to change and stuff like that in 1.0, and they're removing a lot of the nodes that I favored. I favored them quite a lot, so I'm a little bit bummed about that. I'm like looking at it like one of my very favorite quartz nodes was up by the Titan Forest, and it was it had like 5 nodes over there, and they're going to be removing most of those. So I was like, nah, I love that spot. That's where I get all my quartz. Like I could set up like a train station or 2 and just get more than I could ever use when it came to quartz. But too bad. Oh, we need to go up one more. Do we need to go up one more? Well, this is gonna be outside, isn't it? So let's put up a roof. Put up your roof. Yeah, we do have roof pieces. Let's go up with a 2 meter. Yeah, 2 meter. We don't have the walls yet, but we can go up with a 2 meter, and then that should be a full-size wall. Yeah, that's a full-size wall. And And then once we get our other walls, we'll be able to fit those in right there. So that'll work there. I think this thing is up here. I keep hearing it. It's going to start talking to me in a minute. I need my jetpack. Can't see just. Ah. Damn it. Hold on. There's a way to do this. Foundations. Do it the cheesiest way we can. Grab some ramps. Just run them down, baby. And these are going to be part of the story too. I can't wait to play the story. I'm a big story buff when it comes to video games. Big story. Not really necessarily a buff per se, but I definitely enjoy story games over anything else. Like if it has some awesome story, some really cool progression through that story, I'm usually pretty happy with it. So, all right, now that we got our staircase in place, we can go to start getting our factory stuff in here. So what did I say? It said 5, right? All right, we'll throw our refineries down. Now it's going to be a little bit tight in here. In this specific point, yeah, we won't be able to fit the packager. Let's run this all the way back home. Okay, we won't run that all the way back. Can we get an extra foundation? Not really, because of that there. If I could get rid of that, that'd be awesome. Let's give it a shot. Let's see if any of these will disappear. Oh, see. Some of them are destructible and some of them are not. Yeah. We won't be able to get an extra... Yeah, we can get an extra platform, but we can't really use it with that overhang. Right there, so... That'll be the end for that. I suppose if we really need to, we can try and squeeze it in. I'm hoping we won't need to, though. No, that's too far now. Right there. That's where we want it. Okay, let's see if we can fit all 5 up here. Two, 3. 4. Dang it. We're really tight up against that wall. And there's almost no room. Even if I was to move this over here, it still wouldn't do it. I guess we might have to use that. We're going to have to use that extra space. To try and fit. Well, no. Would that even work? An extra foundation? It would. Yeah, it would. It'd fit, but yeah, we're going to have trouble up against this cliff side over here. Maybe this wasn't the best space. Well, hold on. We can infinitely go this way, can't we? Well, not infinitely, but we can get more than enough space going this way with that. I just need to leave it open enough for it to fit a train through there, I think. No, the train goes that way. Train goes over there where the power lines are. Right. Okay. Yeah. Alright. We'll have to rotate it. So we'll need a little less space going this way. So that means we can fit the packager up here. Because of that, so... Then we can have a full, foundation on this side. Okay, how close do we want to go? I think roughly there will probably do it. Yeah, that'll be good enough. Yeah, and then the packager can sit, here. That'll work. And as well as possibly the sink as well, if we can put one in. So 1, 2, 3, and then we'll just add the foundations in. We'll just add these top ones for now. Yeah, all we needed was 1 or 2 more foundations and we would have had it the other way, but that's alright. I like that some factories are like not on the same level. Like certain sections of it are on different levels and stuff. I always liked that. Hopefully this will do. Very good. So 4 and 5. And there's an extra space of foundation just like this side. If it's an odd number, it'll work out really nicely, which it does. So, okay, then yeah, like I said, we'll put the packager in the fuel storage up here because we'll be getting big tanks. The one thing I am excited for when it comes to 1.0 is they're going to be changing some recipes and doing some recipe balancing. We're gonna have to get rid of this, and that also goes for the some of the buildings. There's going to be buildings that are no longer going to require computers and heavy modular frames anymore, which is really nice. As well as the computer recipe specifically is the screws are going to be they're going to be disappearing for that. So that's going to be really nice. I'm really happy about that change because, yeah, when you get into manufacturers and stuff, you start doing computers. You'll see that we're gonna need a whole bunch of stuff. And when it comes to the screws are insane late game. Your screw factory has to be massive if you want a decent amount of computers per minute. And this is just mainly because the I'm not going to be able to fit after this one, so we'll go like this. Just because of the amount of screws. Like one manufacturer, it's 2.5 minutes, or sorry, two and a half per minute is your computer factory. And if you want a decent amount to do other stuff with computers later, that's going to be nice. As well as some buildings are getting released from what they called supercomputer jail. Some of the items and stuff, as well as they're going to be releasing or having stuff be unlocked earlier in the game, so that you get access to the tools way earlier. Because there are a few tools that you unlock really late game, and you don't no longer need them by that time. By that time, you just don't care, And it's just like, why do I even like the gas mask, for instance? That was one of the big ones that I always thought was, why do you unlock it so damn late? Because by the time you unlock it, you don't need the gas mask anymore. And not necessarily. I mean, I guess if you want to explore the gas things, but now that we can destroy what the devs, by the way, the devs say this, what the devs call the fart rocks. They literally call them fart rocks, by the way. That's not just me calling them fart rocks. The devs call them that. So, yeah, that was always one of the big things. So, that's a really nice change. And getting rid of screws for computers, as well as having some of the stuff that used to require supercomputers no longer requiring supercomputers. That's actually pretty nice now too. So, yeah, they're doing a lot of stuff. This is why you probably want to start a new game, as well as there's a lot of story events that won't trigger correctly even on a save that was before 1.0. So you're definitely going to want to restart brand new, fresh. Yeah, it's going to suck if you have thousands of hours on a particular game, but keep that game around, until you get through the story stuff, and then go back to that game. Since you've already experienced all the story stuff, and you won't really care. Plus, you'll have to unlock stuff again and again because it's been redone. It's a lot of stuff going on. Anyway, there's our fuel production. All right, so we're going to do residual fuel. We're going to throw in our overclockers. I need to get some more. I'm almost out. I'll go slug hunting in between episodes, I think. Spend a little bit of time getting some slugs together. So there's that. Control C. Then we're just going to Control V on these five machines. Okay. And I'm also going to have to hand make some heavy modular frames so that we can have storage for all these liquids. Because the storage for liquids is amazing. Okay, let me sink some stuff. So I got some random crap in my inventory. Do that, boom, boom. Boom. Okay. Very good. We can't sink this, unfortunately. Does that actually say that? Analyzing this will not give you anything. Okay. I'm also thinking about rotating this. I'm going to rotate this this node right here. Okay. So that's gone. Very good. That's all the refineries that we have to put down. We needed to work out where we needed to put those and whatnot. So that's all the refineries. Very good. Let me just finish up with these walls real quick. Yeah, let's class this up a little bit. I has an idea. Let's remove all this ugly concrete. Well, it's not ugly, but you know, it's already everywhere. It's just like, we got some water here. Why don't we class this up a little bit? Make this look a little bit better. We'll remove some of this ugly freaking concrete. Called it ugly again. There's a bit of wall there. We'll remove that. Okay. So we got the base of our thing right there, and then we got this overhang. So what I'm thinking is we take some of these frame foundations. And we do this. Make it look a little bit nicer. And then I'm trying to think. Because you don't want to put this in. I mean, it is steel, so it's not gonna. I don't know if it'd rust as easily. We could do this maybe. That. Yeah, it works. Give it some pillars. There we go. It looks a little better, I would say. What if we can do... Yeah, there's no good slopes with the framing, which I was always mad about. It's like, man. Oh, okay. I think we'll leave it there. That's not too bad. Yeah, I'm okay with this. We can do it as extra as well as we can take these beams, run them across on the outside here. So it's not the walls that are poking out, it's the beam itself, the foundational beams. A little bit of wall. I'd say if there's anything that I really want in the next update is definitely take what you have, all the structural building pieces that's in the foundations and in the walls tab. Take every single one of those and make a steel framed version of it. That's what I say. If you do that, I would be a lot happier with the game. There we go. Hey, get out of there. What the heck are you doing underneath there? Yeah, there we go. Gives it that little bit extra lip on the outside. All the way around. Looks pretty nice. Okay. All right, so then part of our plastic is going to need to be made or is going to have to be used to be made to make packagers as well. So we need to work on that. So the next logical step is to start getting oil and stuff. How much oil we're going to need? So crude oil 750 on this side. So 750. Yeah, we're going to need to bring in a bunch of oil per minute. So 750 on this side. So we'll have to separate out. We're going to have to separate that into 5 instead of 10. So we're going to have 2 pipes coming in because the max pipe on the Mark II is 600 and we need 750. So we'll separate it out. And these ones are also 750. So we're going to need 4 pipes of oil coming in to this factory. And they're going to need to be at least hold on. So 75 times 5, that's 375. Okay, so 375. So they're going to need to be at least 375, especially for combining stuff. So yeah, like I said, the other thing that I need to do is I need to move this over here so that it's out of the way. I'll just put it up against this wall for right now because I don't plan on having anything here. And we're going to need to empty this box so I can move it first. Just move one thing at a time, I think. Okay, now we can remove that. Very good. Okay. And what I'll do with these real quick, just get them out of my inventory. Blueprints. Oh wait, no, sorry. Production. Do I have the blueprinter unlocked? I do. Man, I need to use that a little more. I got so used to playing the game before that came out that it's really hard for me to switch gears and actually start using the blueprinter. Make things a little easier for myself. I just keep forgetting about it. What was I looking for? Well, now I've already forgotten. Oh, duh. Okay. So craft bench. We'll make some spitter protein. Then make some DNA capsules. Okay. And you're probably like, well, what was the point of all that? That's still in your inventory. Well, then I could just throw it in here. And it'll get sunk, and then that'll add a ticket. Yep, see. They're worth 1,000 points each, I believe, and that adds up to this. So the next one would take me 10 DNA capsules in order to unlock that next ticket. So now we have 8 tickets. Let's see what we can. Let's go shopping. See what we can unlock. I really don't want to unlock any of that. I have no need of that right now. Nope. What about walls? Oh, yes. So we need to unlock our walls. So the ramp bundles there and there. Oops. Okay, that leaves us with 2 tickets left. We got all that. We can grab these stairs, but I don't ever use them. Is there anything else I'd rather have? I'd rather have this stuff. If I had this one, that'd be nice. One more ticket. How close are we to the next ticket? Not even close. Yeah, very... So what's our average? 15,000 points per minute. And yeah, those tickets are very expensive already. Okay, so we'll keep the 2 tickets, but hey, we got our walls. The walls I was talking about, which are these. So turn these to concrete. Very nice. Alright, and then the ones we needed was, we need the 2 meter. So put those up there like that. The other thing I would like is a windowed version of those. Because you got windows with these, or with the 4 meter. There was windowed versions of these. Oh, maybe I'm just being stupid. That's never happened before. Me being stupid. Never, never, ever. Also need some more quartz to do some more sign lighting. That'd be nice. Very cool. Of course, we'll drag this all the way down here. Drag this all the way along. Very nice. Also, I did forget that that's not going to work. Because it's going to be a solid wall here, so. Okay. Perfect. Wait a minute. Get out of my wall. Now it's pitch black in here. Okay, so we'll throw this in there. There we go. Okay, so I think I'm gonna rotate this. Yeah, I want to rotate this here, and we'll point it. We'll point it that way. Actually. We'll have all the oil come in from that side, I think. Or where's most of the oil nodes? Are they on this side or that side? And they're kind of just all over the place, aren't they? Yeah, there's 2 on this side, 2 on this side, so I guess it doesn't matter. And we'll just point it. We'll just point it that way. I guess it doesn't matter because I'm gonna take the pipe underground anyway, so that you don't see it, and then we'll just box this up with the little door right in the middle of the factory, and no one knows what's in there unless you go in the door. Sounds fair enough. Or we could have windows so you could see it, and then we'll have some mood lighting and stuff. That'd be pretty nice. Pretty nice to do something like that. Okay, so what am I looking for again? Walls. No. Production. Oil extractor. See, I want to point it this way. And that's good rotation. Okay. And then we'll have to move these to match. Oops. Let's see, which one do we want to match up? We want to match up with this. Sit right up against it. It's the closest as we're going to get there. Oh yeah, we can remove these now, can't we? We need to move these slightly. Let's see. That's almost touching. That's a little further away. It's not quite the same distance. I suppose it don't matter too much, does it? Yeah. You can see this one's almost touching, and this one's a little further away, so it's not quite centered in there, but there's nothing I can really do about that, so. We'll just have to deal with it. Yeah, and then get rid of this. And what I'll do is I'll go underground with this one. So what might be worth doing? Let's remove this one here. What we can do is get us some build points. It's like this here. Oh, whoops. Actually, yeah, I needed to remove that. There we go. If we do that there like that, then what we can do... That might be too high, actually. I can't get it any lower, though. I was like, we could put a floor hole down here. I said floor hole. Actually, that might be okay. It's gonna be a little wonky. I don't have any sheets or anything to put a pipe, but if we put a pipe floor hole down like that, then we can run the pipe underground, which is really nice. Also, get out of my inventory. Stupid leaves. Then we can take this Mark II pipe and just go. Oh, yeah, that looked really great. Yeah, we just run that like that. Yeah, it's a little too high, I think. Let's see, is there another way that we could do that? No, not really. The best thing we could do, I suppose, remove the foundations around here so it stops snapping. And then we'll take a wall, lock it onto there. There we go. I think that'll be low enough? Or is that... Yeah, it looks like it's about half a meter lower. So basically we're on this particular grid here. Actually want to move these out a little bit so they're not quite touching the machine. So yeah, like there. There we go. Now let's see if this works now. Floor hole. It should be on this grid, but it's not. It's not quite lining up. Okay. Oops. Yeah, it's still too high. Guess we can freehand it then. Yeah, we'll just freehand it, line it up with the machine, per se. Move it as close as we can. Actually, we need to move it out, don't we? Yeah, we need to move it out because we wanted it lower. So then we can take this here, butt it up against there. Then we can remove this one. Put a floor hole in. Try this again. So I want it roughly, actually, let's do it roughly here. Okay, I take that. Still goes up slightly, damn it. Alright, so I have to go even further back then. So it does slope down. So we'll go to this side here. And we'll go to where it snaps. There we go. Yeah, that's much lower now. Right there. And where's the wall going to be? So the foundation's going to be here. So yeah, right in the center of that. Borehole. That pipe. Still got a little bit of curvature to it. Damn. Yeah, it's still sloping down, so. Try this again here. I just have to eyeball it. Pretty damn close. It's not quite there, but it is pretty damn close. Okay. This has got to be low enough now, right? Gotta be. Nice. It actually slightly dips down before that curve, but actually that's really good. Okay. I like it. Alright, then we can put our foundations back. Yeah, we'll just run that all the way to there. There you go. Beautiful. I actually like that. And it looks rather nice. See, if you take the time to actually work on stuff like this, then it can look really good. Of course, we'll change this to a black pipe. There we go. So yeah, very nice. Alright, perfect. Then of course, like I said, we'll just wall this up. We'll throw some walls on this. I want half a foundation space on either side. Just like this. I think we can definitely go there. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to be a little weird. Then we'll have a full foundation space on the front here, because that's going to be where the doorway is going to be. There we go. What we'll do is we'll remove those two, and then have a doorway like that, right in the middle. So as you walk in, boom. There it is. Boom, there it is. Okay, and then we'll do, should we do small concrete pillars? To kind of take up that space. If we can overlap them without them glitching out, that'd be awesome. No, they're gonna glitch. Like, look at how crazy that glitching is. Okay, so we won't be able to overlap them. So I guess we'll just have to deal with it. I suppose it's okay. There we go. And then just to give it just that little bit extra. Some foundations in here. Okay, what do we got going on here? Had a little bit of glitching going on. Alright, so then in that case... Actually... Was it just an accidental? No. Okay, so we do need that. Alright. So what we'll do in that case, we'll do a half foundation. Where it's glitching out like that. If we do a half foundation there... And in fact, these ones can be exactly half foundations because they're already... Because they're already there. These ones too. These ones can all be half foundations. It's actually worked out quite well. I'm quite pleased with how this worked out. Alright, and then hopefully... Yeah, you hear that? Hear that noise? I'm connected to it. So yeah, we can run this underground. Very nice. You don't want it in the ground, that connection point, but you definitely want it at ground level, and it'll work out really nicely, so... Oops, that's... No, that's going the right way. It just looked weird. Okay. Yeah. So that should be less glitchy. Yeah, we'll take... So of course we'll be going up that high. It's just to kind of blend in. Just blend in those things at the front door there. Since it's a half wall. That'd be awesome if they had half walls, but unfortunately that's not an option. There we go. It's on top. Then do the walls. Okay, we'll figure out the rest of that later. Didn't look too bad though, right in the middle, right there in the middle. And we'll have most of our oil storage, our heavy oil storage, is going to be on either side of this. So we'll have a bunch of tanks over here, and maybe we'll have a bunch of tanks on this side, or you know, something like that. It actually separates it almost perfectly, right in the middle. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side, and we have 3 on this side, I think. Oh yeah, so it doesn't quite get it, but it got it close. We might be able to fix that actually. It's like if we could move this over, because this started on a full foundation. If we move that to half, let's see. Move this to half. So then this one would be here instead. See, that'd be a full one. And then this one would be the one there. Oh, okay. So what we'd have to do is we'd have to do some weird separation. Which I wouldn't mind doing. If we slide this one over to right here, and then only do this half, I might do that actually. And then this could be like the exact center of the factory. Alrighty then, there we are. Perfect. And I moved these back as well. So now, because we need to separate them out anyway, 5 and 5 rather than all 10 in one big line. We need to separate them out anyway, so this little space can indicate that, and that's like right in the middle. So now this right here, this little building that's going to be in the middle, is the exact middle of this factory with plastic and rubber. So not only do we have this space, you can see we've got 5 machines on either side, right? If we look at this wall here, right at this edge, this machine, 1, 2, 3, 4, this machine goes on this foundation here. Don't worry about these glitching. I'm actually going to change those to half. Let's change those to half meter ones as well. It was just too glitchy, and in fact, we'll just put that there. That works perfect. I'm fine with that. Just so it stops glitching. And then if we look at this side, see this one right here is also up against that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and of course the 5th one faces this. So there's our 5th one there. And if we look at this wall, 1, 2, 3, 4. Same on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if we look at this as well, I moved these back 1 foundation, so I moved these to the south 1 foundation. So then if we go this, 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one the machines are sitting on. Same on this side now, because this one was 2 foundations. Now it's 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one the machines are sitting on it. So. And then there's still plenty of room back here for this. I might end up getting rid of a lot of this foundation back here. Actually, I might end up getting rid of all of it. I'm not really sure. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll get rid of most of it probably, though, as well. So then, very nice here. Very nice space. So that right there is now the exact middle. Actually worked out really nicely. I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. I mean, no, I'm happy with all this, but that worked out really, really well. So anyway, so now that we've kind of got the plan for where the mega machines are going, where those are going, I think we're going to go ahead and end it here, because this is a pretty good place. Next will be, I guess next time will be logistics, getting the logistics, like the piping stuff set up, and then the packager. We're going to have 1 machine making packaged fuel. And I do need to figure out where I'm going to put the fuel generators and how many fuel generators are we going to need and stuff like that. So I have to figure that all out next time too. But yeah, I think this is a good place to stop. I don't know about you guys, but I think so. So like I said, next time we'll be figuring out where the fuel generators are going to go, which will probably be we'll probably use up this space right here. We'll use up this space on this side, or we could use up this space on this side. It really doesn't matter. But the fuel, the things making the fuel are up there, so this would probably be a good spot to put our fuel generators, because we're not going to need very many. We're probably going to use like 3 or 4 maybe at the most to make fuel. So. Or we might be using 5, or we might be using 10. Who freaking knows? I don't remember. I think we're making 500 fuel per minute up there, so it's probably gonna be like 5 at least. I'm not exactly sure on the overclocking. We'll see. I don't remember all the numbers, but yeah, we'll be setting that up. Fuel generators. We're gonna need fuel generators, and just so that I remember, I'm gonna put this on my list. Where are they at? Power. We're going to add this to our to-do list. We're going to need fuel generators. I don't know exactly how many we're going to need, but we're going to need those. We're going to need fuel generators. We also need a packager. And I think an assembler too, don't we? Or is it, no, a constructor? We're going to need constructors, or a constructor to make fuel. And we're also going to need, because we're going to use plastic, that'll make the containers, if I remember right. Nope. What are they called? So if I can put it in packaged fuel, that tells me I need canister. Canister is what it's called, the codex. So the normal recipe is plastic. Okay, so we're going to need that. That's what the constructor is going to do, is it's going to make our stuff, and then we're going to need a packager as well. I don't know how many constructors we need, because I don't remember what the packager stuff, but we'll figure all that out next time. Packager, constructor, fuel generator, because we're going to need stuff for that. Plus, we're also going to need, let me add this to the list, organization. We're going to need some of these, and we're going to need some of these, and we're going to need some of these too. So we'll throw those on the list as well, because we're going to need all that. So, and we're going to need splitters and mergers and all that stuff, but we'll figure that out. And plus, we got the sink here too, to sink the extra packaged fuel, because I'm going to have a full box. And then right before the box, I'm going to smart split if I can. Can I make smart splitters yet? I don't remember. Yes, I can. Okay, we'll use that, and we'll smart split right before the box to go into a sink. So then we can make a little bit extra tickets with our packaged fuel, but we'll have a full box of packaged fuel ready to go. So, but anyway, that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. I didn't just forget the name. And just as a quick little reminder before you go, if you'd like to get a subscription to Boosteroid to use it for yourself, there's a link down in the description that will help you do that. And if you decide to use that link, I do thank you, because it does help out the channel. But anyways, like I said, that is going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.